everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. I am Dr. Ashwati. Students, in this lecture, I am going to discuss the previous year's questions from your unit number 4, Comparative Political Analysis. So let's check out. As I mentioned in many of my previous lectures that understanding previous year's question is a very important element when you are preparing for any examination, not just UGC, but for any examination, so that you will get an idea about the nature of the questions, about the structure, where you have to give more emphasis. And if you go for a kind of a mock test, like you keep on, testing your knowledge and how much you know, then it will definitely help you to understand your weak points, strong points, etc. So let's check out, students. Now this is the first question. Who among the following has defined deliberative democracy in terms of pluralistic association? So we have 4 options here: G.C. Sen, A. Hansen, J. Cohen, P. Samuelson. So the correct answer is Joshua Cohen, or that is C. So let's understand about the deliberative democracy, the way Joshua Cohen has tried to portray. So it's an ongoing, like he has described the deliberative democracy as an ongoing independent association with expected continuation. It means that it helps us, it's a kind of a, we can say that a deliberative mode is there, where the democracy is not just that, not at the procedural level that, okay, the elections has happened. Now you are supposed to sit quiet and wait for the next election. No, it is not like that. It is a kind of a method which is an ongoing association, a kind of a process where the people have a kind of intervention at the right moment. So citizens in the democracy structure, the people actually structure their institutions such that deliberation is the deciding factor in the creation of the institutions. Then after, a commitment to the respect of a pluralism. It means that it allows for a wider acceptance of the diverse values. So these are the things about Joshua Cohen's view on deliberative democracy. Now we have the logic of collective action. So, the logic of collective action explaining the mobilization of interest groups in comparative political analysis is given by which of the following scholars? So, we have A. Theda Skocpol, Olson, then we have Nicholas Poulanza and Paul Pearson. So, you have to find the correct answer. So, here our correct answer is B. Olson. Olson. He has given the logic of the collective action, where he is not talking about particular individuals, but a group of individuals with a common interest are expected to act on behalf of their common interest, much as the single individuals are often expected to act on behalf of their personal interest. So he has tried to provide the logic of collective action in such a manner that it is a kind of a more emphasis upon the group interest. You are not, when you're taking decisions, you are not just thinking only about your personal choices, but yes, you are thinking more in terms of the necessities in the common interest, right? Okay, my actions, when I'm taking an action or I'm acting upon anything or I'm reacting, I have a kind of a thinking in my mind that my action can lead to or it can affect that group itself. So the idea of common interest is an inherent element in this idea, right? So this opinion about group behavior is frequently found not only in popular discussions but also in his scholarly writings as well, like group behavior. So here logic of collective action relates to that of the group behavior. Next question. Who among the following argued that when NGOs are tied up with social movements, they occasionally change their political agenda? So here we have 4 options. 4 of them are Indian writers: Neera Chandok, Gurpreet Mahajan, Neeraja Gopal Jayal and Manoranjan Mohanty. So we have the 4 options here. So the correct answer is A. Neera Chandok. So she has given this idea that the NGOs, like when NGOs are tied up with some social movements, they occasionally change their political agendas. Now we have another question here. This is with reference to the writings of Johann Lenz and Alfred Stephen. Which of the following statements given by Johann Lenz and Alfred Stephen are true? A. Both civil society and political society are complementary to each other. B. The complementarity is always recognized. C. Rule of law is a condition for consolidation of democracy. D. Modern consolidated democracies have pure market economies only. And E. Modern democracies must have effective capacity to command, regulate and extract. So we have 5 options here and you have to identify which one is the correct answer. So let me tell you, Johann Lenz or Johann J. Lenz and Alfred Stephen, they have written a book together and the points are taken from that book. The book's name is Problem of Democratic Transition and Consolidation. Problems of Democratic Transition and Consolidation, and this was with respect to, they have identified certain countries because this is comparative political analysis. So obviously this book is not just about one country, but they have identified region specific as well. Southern Europe, South America and post-communist Europe. So they have studied about the problems of democratic transition and consolidations in the Southern Europe, South America as well as the post-communist Europe as well. So here the options we have A, C, E, A and B only, B, C, E only, B, C, D only. So our correct answer is A. So let's check out the points as well. A. Both civil society and political society are complementary to each other. That is the correct statement. Then after, B is not the correct statement. Rule of law is condition for consolidation of democracy. It's a true statement. And then after D, modern consolidated democracies have pure market economies only. It's a wrong statement. Wrong statement. Okay. Then we have E, modern democracies must have effective capacity to command, regulate and extract. It's a correct statement. So as you know that in the option A, we have A, C, E only. So it makes our answer correct, right? Now this is a match list 1 with list 2. So here you can see that on one side the concept and theories, you can find it here. All these theories actually refers to that of the, what you call it as refers to institutionalist approach in comparative political analysis, which is one of the most important approach in the comparative political analysis. Institutionalist approach, then you have the systems approach and different political economy, different political culture approach. All these political development approaches are there. So here we have A, critique of rational choice institutionalism's advocacy of universal generalization. So this was criticized by, so this is about a critique of rational choice institutionalism and advocacy of universal generalization. So this is about a critique. So you should read that, the critique part, what they have. Don't just jump into conclusions like oh, rational choice dikh gaya. No, not like that. You have to understand that A. Read it clearly because it's a very long statement. So A is with 2, Schaff's theory. So Schaff is that thinker who has actually criticized, we can say that Fritz W. Schaff has criticized the rational choice institutionalism's advocacy of universal generalization because he has worked more on actor centered institutionalism. Okay, so A is with 2. So I can put A here. Then after we have the second one, study of institutional change in skill regimes in Britain, Germany, Japan and United States of America. So this is with reference to Kathleen Thelen. Okay, so our P is here with the 3. Okay. Then after we have origins of sociological institutionalism. It is with that of Mayer and Rowan. So these thinkers have discussed about the origins of sociological institutionalism. Okay. So they have actually, so here we have C, I am putting here. Okay. Mayer and Rowan. So they spoke about the formal structure as myth and ceremony. So they have called about, or they have discussed the formal institutions as a myth and ceremony. So you can understand that that's the reason why they have discussed about the origins of sociological institutionalism, which is with reference to Mayer and Rowan. Now we have the discursive institutionalism, that is obviously only we have left with Campbell and Pedersen. Okay, so Campbell and Pedersen, they have discussed about neoliberalism as well as the policy research, as well as they have discussed about the national origin of policy ideas. Like they have specifically looked at the national origins of policy ideas. So this is a very interesting match list 1 with list 2. So here we can find our options. Okay, so I have put A with 2. So A with 2, how many A with 2? A and C are there, so I can eliminate both. Now B is with that of Kathleen, so B with 3. So the answer is C. So this is the simple elimination method that we can use here. So answer is C. Now this is a question for you guys. You have to put the right answers in your comment section. Right. So the question I am going to read: chronologically arrange the moments of crisis of modern capitalism. So first one is US subprime mortgage crisis, B Argentine economic crisis, C dot-com crisis in IT related stocks, and D Mexican economic crisis. So you have to first identify which came the first, and the first you have to start with the the earliest one, followed by the next and the last one, right? So that is the chronological order, that how you actually make here in this question. So choose the correct answer from the options given below: DBCA, BDAC, ABCD, DBAC. So you have so many options here. So I hope so you have read the question in a good in the well manner. So just go through the question and put your answers in the comment section. So students, thank you for watching this lecture. See you in another lecture. Bye.